Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Cloud Box. This is the next video inside the Data Factory playlist, and in this video we are going to discuss about the storage event trigger. So we are already covered the two topics on the trigger, that is the schedule trigger and the thumbling window trigger, and what is the major difference between both of them as per the interview and your day-to-day activities. These are the very important topic to have a clear understanding about the difference between the thumbling window and the schedule trigger. Many person has do not much idea about what is the major difference, but after watching this video this doubt will be a history. Okay, so if I already uploaded, just go and watch. Okay, so without wasting some time, so let's understand the scenario and what the thing we are going to perform. So let's say we have one requirement, that is we have created a landing. Okay, this landing nothing but a container name. In the ADLS Gen 2 we need to provide a container, that is a mandatory. Okay, so inside the landing, so let's say we have one more folder called config. So in your case there could be anything. So if any file arrives in this folder, okay, either it's CSV, JSON, any kind of file, but in our work purpose we are taking is a CSV file. If any CSV file arrives in this particular location, we want to perform some task. The task can be anything. You want to copy this file to some location, you want to copy this data to some DB, or you want to take this data from on a Power BI and you want to focus on data on a dashboard. This could be anything. Okay, but it's all depends. When this file arrives in this folder, then only you can perform the task. So you will say, okay, but why we need this event trigger, a storage event trigger? For that I can simply go and check, like, okay, this file arrives and go to Data Factory and run the job. That is correct, you can do that. But let's assume the timing of the file is not, as per the user choice, it can arrive at any time. Suppose some other processing tool is going to dump the data in particular location. At that time you are not aware, sometime it is arriving on 1 o'clock in the night, sometime it is arriving at 5 o'clock morning. As a human, it is not always possible you can go and check, right, every time. It's very complex. So what you can do, you will create your pipeline and you will customize it, right, how to do some activities. So let's say in our case, I want to simply take this file from this location and I want to copy in output under one folder. I'll create one folder and in that folder we want to copy. I guess requirement is clear. Okay, so let's come to the Data Factory page. We'll go to the manage tab. Okay, we'll go to the trigger, we'll click on new button. We'll give a name, trigger event, and then we'll give 01. Okay, from this option we'll choose storage event trigger. We have already covered a schedule and thumbling, the differences. I'll give the link of those video in I button. It's really helpful, please go and watch, because in every interview person are going to ask the so many questions from the trigger topic. Okay, it will ask for the subscription. You need to select the subscription. If you already select, then a storage account will pop up if a storage account is present. In the container name, okay, the container name is nothing but the container which we have here, right? So it is the, in our case it is landing. Okay, so we need to give this name starting from a slash and ending with slash. Okay, we need to give like this. And if you see, this is not this is not mandatory, but it's always recommended that you always identify from a starting and end. It is easy to, for the Data Factory it is easy to identify such folder and files. Okay, so in our case it is a starting, we have already provided landing, and it is start with config. So anything in the config folder which is type of that ending with CSV, that is ending with the CSV, we need to consider those file on. In the event type we'll choose these both option, block created and block deleted. Okay, we'll ignore this empty block space because they no make sense. Like if there is files inside the blob is not present, then we do not process that file at all. Okay, and we'll simply click on start trigger on creation. As per this, you it looks like it's very simple and we are going one by one, it's happening. But for the first time, if you do that, you will encounter with one error. Just if you do the continue, you will encounter with one error that you are not registered on the event grid. Okay, I have encountered, so I have noted that error. So for your convenience, I'll redirect to the Microsoft page where you will see, okay, this kind of error you will encounter. So for solving those error, okay, you do not need to be very panic. Okay, it's very simple. You just go to home page of Azure, you go to the subscription. Inside the subscription, you select the subscription which you have. Just scroll down and you will see you need to find something called one second, resource provider. Okay, in the resource provider, you see this hell lot of options are coming, but you are interested in this event grid. You can see this event grid is coming. If not, then simply type event. Okay, event grid. Let's see, right? I am not registered for event hub, so I am registered only for event grid. So for your case, you will not register for either both of them. Okay, so what you need to do, you just click it and click here register. In your case, this re-register option will not come and this unregistered option will not come. Here you will option see register. You simply click on register and then you can easily create this. Let's click on continue. So it is going to check some validation, like in the inside landing config what file type of this. So you can see this config.csv file is present. Okay, great. So click the on OK. We have already created the trigger, and you can see, right, that this event is not have any related item. I means it's not pointing to any pipeline. Okay, we'll come and create one pipeline very quickly. As per our requirement is to copy one files from landing, from config to some other location, right? So just click event and let's say copy. Because I'm giving name, it is always a good practice, like to give a proper name, so later you can understand what this pipeline is doing. Okay, fine. So if you have not watched like how to copy, what is copy activity, you can watch it from my playlist. So here I am choosing a source data set. So data set I have already covered. So here I am creating a generic data set. It's not pointing to one particular file. As per your requirement, you will give the path and you will change the file location. So we can see this option, file system. File system is nothing but this container name only. Okay, so we'll give this container name, and direct is nothing but a directory name. Okay, so directory name is config. Okay, we'll choose the directory name as a config. Okay, so let's come to, are we pointing from a static data set? No, so we'll choose this a wildcard path. Wildcard path, what it does is start.csv, whatever the all the csv files are present in this particular location, it is going to consider all those csv file. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, we are not going in so much detail. Let's come to the sync. So sync also will take a same data set. Here you see, right, what is the uh, purpose of creating a generic data set. From a one data set only, you can select it for source and sync both. But if you select only a static data set, it is going to point only one location, one file. In the sync, you select the same data set. Here what you do, you go to landing, and what is your purpose, right? You want to copy this inside output. Okay, inside output, let's say you are going to consider, you are going to create one folder, right? Triggered files. Let's say your file, your folder's name is triggered file, output is your container name. Okay, and if you scroll down, so by default in copy activity, the extension is .text file. If you select a csv file, so you change it .csv, and let's validate. Okay, everything is fine, right? Either way you can do that, right? You can click on debug, or what you can do, just click on save and do the publish. for the trigger, you need to publish the changes. Okay. Okay, so let's consider. I'll just what I'll do. I'll choose this event one. I'll let's do one thing. Okay, continue. While publishing the change, right? It must not have. If there is a parameter, so at that time only we need to define the parameters. Okay, so let's publish the change. Okay, it is asking like for the earlier one there is no pipeline. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go and remove all the triggers. We'll create it later sometime. So we need to consider this. We need to delete this stop, stop, this stop, and this stop. No, I need to delete it, right? This event will be there. This delete, this thumb one also delete. Okay, so with these pipe triggers have pipeline associated. Let's go and publish the change. Okay, let's publish the change. Fine, everything is fine. Publishing it. Let's do a publish. Okay, while publishing we'll see. So let's come to this. Okay, our storage in the landing, right? We have this file present. So let's remove this file. Let's remove this file and we'll re-upload the file. Okay, we'll re-upload the file. Okay. Okay, okay. This again hampering us. So let's go and remove this only. Let's go and remove this where this guy is present here. Validate all. Validation successful and publish again. If it is not publishing, we'll try again. We removed everything, right? Okay. So this is the main thing for the trigger. For the trigger, you need to publish the change. Okay. So meanwhile, it is publishing. So meanwhile, it is publishing. So let's go and upload the file. Let's go and upload the file. Okay. So our interest was if any file arrive which is kind of CSV file, so this should be executed. So let's say I'm uploading this config file and let's upload. Publish also got completed. Okay, we'll come to manage, sorry, we'll come to monitor tab. You see this trg event one got executed and it took one pipeline at the 7:51:21 at the same time, and we saw in the output there was no file present like this. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's remove this. Okay, let's remove this for your convenience. I am showing again. Okay, this got removed. Okay, this got removed. One second. And from the landing, let's remove the file again. Let's remove the file again. Okay, so in the output we are not seeing any files. In the input we are not seeing any files. That is the CSV type. And also this should execute, right? And in the monitor tab, in the monitor tab, right? If you see the thumbling window, let's say choose storage event. Okay, this execution time happened on 7:51. Okay, let's go and upload the file one again. Let's go and upload the file. It is really fascinating, right? The moment the file arrives, it is going to execute the job. So we have uploaded. Let's come and refresh this. Yeah, now it is 7:53. Okay, come to our output. Come to our output. We see the file folder created and this created. File got also created and it is of CSV type. I hope this video really help you in understanding all type of triggers and how you can go ahead and create the triggers. Okay, there is one more trigger which Microsoft recently introduced, that is the custom event trigger. If you go and go to manage, and if you go to trigger, if you choose this, you see this custom event trigger. Okay, they recently introduced, it is part of the event grid only. So we'll try to cover this trigger in the next topic or maybe later part of video. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like my video, please do subscribe and share with your friends, and please do like. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a wonderful day.